I don't need no man.
Men are not men anymore. Men are not men anymore. And this is not just a Gen Z problem. I think this is everyone up until the age like 50s. It's a Saturday. I thought it was cute. I'm going to do my little Trader Joe's run, get me some food for the week, yada, yada, yada. Now, y'all know those Trader Joe's bags be weak as hell. I thought, I'm not getting that much. The cashier, he offered to just put it in one bag. He was like, do you just want it in one bag? I'm like, sure, it's not that much. I should have known better, and I should have still gotten my 2 bags. Because, again, those Trader Joe's bags are weak. I'm walking. I may be like halfway in between the grocery store and my apartment when all of a sudden, this happens. The handles literally rip off of my Trader Joe's bag. My grocery bag, which has eggs, vegetables, fruit, all types of stuff, flowers hanging out of it, drops to the nasty Philly grounds. And when I tell you, I have things falling out of the bag. When I tell you not a single man came over to be like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And to add to it, my bag dropped not that far away from a set of hotels where you literally have lazy valet people standing out front, lazy man who stands in front of the door. I don't know what he does. He doesn't help people with their luggage. He's not a security guard. I don't know who he is. But it's like, y'all are literally supposed to be trained on customer service. And you see a young girl drop a bag full of groceries on the ground, stuff falling out of the bag, and you don't even offer assistance. The only men who offered to help me very much looked like they were in their mid-60s plus. And that is what is wrong with men nowadays. Y'all are not men. Step it up. Jesus Christ. Thank God I've worked out the last 2 days where the bag wasn't that heavy for me to trunk it over to my apartment, but Jesus.
I don't need no man.
I warned you all about the scourge of the selfish man, a man who is oblivious to the cries of a modern woman in need. He who will not offer attention or assistance to any woman that is either not related to him or who does not periodically massage his scrotum with her tonsils. Yeah, such a man may sound barbaric to some of you, but this is the only way to sanction the feminist Cosa Nostra for their crimes against authority. Let us not forget, just a few months and years ago, the bitter sisterhood ostracized men because they weren't 6'5" and didn't make $500,000 a year to fund their foolish lifestyles. They told their sisters that broke men don't deserve help or compassion when they are down, and also had the audacity to call you insecure for not being rich, for example.
Flashback.
A broke man is a dangerous man, and you have no business dating one. It's because he's insecure in his own manhood.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
And when men are broke, they are not secure in their manhood. You need to leave that man alone. You need to let him go through his process. You need to let him do whatever he needs to do to get on his feet, but you are not the one to help him. If he has to go and sleep on other people's couches, so be it. If he has to go home for a short time, so be it. We've all been at low points in our life, but you, ma'am, don't need to be the one rescuing him.
Blasphemy!
Rich men ain't the problems, it's the Dusties. One Dusty was begging me to go on a date with him, and I didn't even know he was a Dusty. I'm gonna be real. That's when I was it was a few years ago. I wasn't as equipped as I am now. I went to breakfast with that man. He must have told me, yeah, I'll pay the bill, but you just pay the tip. I said, excuse me? Do what? I actually started laughing. I thought it was a joke. And he was looking at me like, why is she laughing? And then I realized he was not joking. He was serious. I said, oh my gosh.
Well, now, as the government takes away their Section 8 vouchers, DEI programs, and work-from-home incentives, I hope you are prepared and ready to offer them that same energy. Yes, we, the Dark Army of Cobra, have Captain Saberho held hostage in an abandoned building. Our new motto will be, quote, yeah, you gotta work that ish out on your own time, sis. For example.
I'm really upset right now, and I can't really talk freely because of my employment, but just know I'm not upset because we have to go in, but I now have to think about something for childcare, and my main problem is that I was not ready for my daughter to go to, daycare or nursing, whatever you call it. I don't want her to go because I've had so much anxiety and fear about it. And as much as I'm tired, and I don't like doing this every day, working from home every day, I don't want her to go. And like nobody understands. They're like, well, everybody does it, Misha. Everybody does it. But I don't want to. And she can't go with her dad because he's weird as fuck. I just don't want to.
How much of her paychecks will now be eaten up by daycare costs? She was living high and mighty because of government incentives, ready to point and snicker at you. And just like that, her I don't need a man badge is snatched from her hand.
I don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
And replaced with a juicy slice of humble pie.
Did you subscribe to the message of Lord Destro?
I have been struggling so bad the last 2 months, being a single mother that is still trying to navigate financial freedom. And here's why. So my son's best friend's mother said, like, hey, can we have a play date this Saturday? And would you mind hosting? And I said, no problem. I told my son, and he had a complete panic attack. And I was shocked, and I didn't understand what was going on. And then he said, Mom, all my friends have homes, and we're in an apartment, and they have playrooms and things like that. And I don't want anybody to make fun of me because of me not having, pretty much not having what they have. It broke my heart because I didn't realize he was making these comparisons to our life versus their life. And what's triggering this today is my youngest, I just dropped him off to a play date. And when we were 1 minute away, I was like, oh, Nasir, we're 1 minute away from your friend's house. Hyping him up. And he looked out the window and he was like, Mom, everyone has a nice house. I just want a nice house, Mommy. When are we going to get a nice house? You're working so hard, Mommy. How much longer?
They're scared.
That poor Coberling knows something is wrong. And here is the hard truth. The last thing a modern woman will do is sacrifice themselves. Don't be fooled. She probably left this child's father or fathers for some frivolous reason. Something based on her quote-unquote not being happy. The people around her will continue to suffer because she doesn't quote-unquote feel happy. Too much free will given to modern women will just cause chaos in the inner workings of a functioning society. But once again, stay far from these leeches and don't get enchanted by her smudged mascara and crocodile tears. Let them wait for a higher power like Yahweh to save them, even though they continue to break every rule in scripture in his book. For example,
Know that I have a God that will provide, and he has done so much, and I'm so grateful. And I know that one day we'll have the house, we'll have the room. Now we won't be in this space where we are now. There's a guilt that as a single mother I have, right? I went from being a stay-at-home mom 6 years ago to choosing myself in a really bad situation, moving in with my parents and starting with $0, no degree, no nothing, and starting from scratch.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care. Jerry.
but wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So here, Lord Destro has spoken.